What is up, guys? Boy Revan here today. Fantastic happy Monday with another fantastic deck. So we're going to talk about Drednaw Vmax, and this is a water type deck, and we all know that water type decks can be good. They have all the tools to be good, but the setup, right? The setup is something that is really terrible sometimes, but I think we've made the most consistent list for the Drednaw, and actually it's pretty good. And I talked about this deck many times. I love what we did with the deck. So again, Rema, thank you so much for just telling me to streamline it, and that was actually the aha moment. So what is cool about Drednaw Vmax? Solid Shell, he takes 30 less damage, kind of like, Blastoise GX, if I remember correctly, with the Gmax headbutt. For 3 energies, you got 160 plus. If you flip a coin, that's heads, that's 80 damage more. So that is 240 damage that he can deal. Of course, weakness is a bit of a problem. We don't have weakness policy, right? But I think he's a solid 320 HP with the buff padding. That is 370. That is huge, and that's why I was like, you know what? That 240. It doesn't matter if that much that he might cap at this point. So that is it. But what is his first version? Well, of course, we got Drednaw V, again, still solid shell, so he takes those 30 less at 130 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon can't really retreat during their next turn, which also in this meta is really cool. So that is what we want to do, right? We want to get ourselves to the VMAX and just crush our opponents. So let's take a look at the whole deck card by card, because it's super fun, and it has those like really interesting turn ones. You'll see that more in the gameplay portion as I'm going literally what I'm doing turn by turn. So let's take a look at the whole build. So first of all, we got only 11 Pokemons, 37 trainer cards, and 12 energy. And as you're gonna see, there's not a lot of variety, and the reason is we gotta streamline it, right? As Rema told me. And with water type decks, you either go super consistent or it's just not gonna work, right? You can't have a lot of tech cards. Mew 3, that's a different story. So let's start with the left, from left to right. We got 1 Crobat V, 1 Drednaw GX, 3 Drednaw Vs with 2 Drednaw V Maxes, then 2-2 line of Snum and Frosmoth. Why the 2-2? I tried 3-3, let me tell you, I really tried. And when it was 3-3, I could never find Snum or Frosmoth. For whatever bizarre reason, the game didn't allow me to find those. So when I cut it to 2-2, miraculously, I was able to get those. I don't know if that's something in the code, in the game, but that was how it worked. Then we got 2 Capacious Buckets, 4 Evolution Instances with 2 Great Balls. Again, search. We got 2 Rods, 4 Pokegears 3.0 with 3 Pokemon Communications and 4 Quick Balls. So you can see how many cards are dedicated just to search for specific mods. 4, that's 3, so that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 13 cards just for search or to get the mods you need, which is quite a lot. Then we got 3 switches, 1 Chaotic Swell, that's our only stadium, so you gotta play it really smart. 2 Boss Oldest, 1 Giovanni's Exile, and Giovanni's Exile is to get rid, of course, of Crobat and the Denays. I know there's not a lot of fans of this card, but I think 1 can be a really interesting tech, and not a lot of people will expect it, especially when you have like 2 Drednaw Vmaxes. You can actually just bounce it back, or when you don't really need Frosmoth anymore, you can just bounce it back, discard it. Then you got 1 Mallow Lana, 1 Opal. Again, a lot of people will say like, oh yeah, but it's a coin flip based, or there are better cards to do it, but this is the only card right now that searches for a card, for any card you want. So with Opal, you can go for Pokemon, you can go for items, support, energy, special energy. You just go stadium, you just go for a card, and you can go for 2. That really helps, right? Especially in those like really rough moments where you need a specific card and you really can't get into it, right? I know it's a gamble, it's a coin flip, and I know there is a card that searches. You flip a coin by there's Skyla, because I had this question on stream, why I'm not using Skyla. Skyla only goes for trainer cards. and I found myself a few times where I went for either Wash Energy or Energy with that, with the Opal, or for Evolution that I needed, or maybe, the Denex, something, because maybe my hand was just rubbish, I needed something there, so that is the reason why. Then of course you got 4 researchers, 3 buff paddings, plus 50 on, even on here, right, this is 216 HP, it's really nice. Then of course got 2 wash energies and 10 water type energies. 2 wash, again, I'm not a fan of playing 3-4 special type energies when you have something like Frosmoth, because from my own experience, this game only will give you, like wash energy mainly, so you can't put it, from Frosmoth, because this again does not work with Frosmoth. So that is the whole deck, that's the whole idea. So let's now move on to the gameplay post, which is super fun. So let's go and let's check this bad boy out. Happy Monday. Would you like to go first? Yes. Okay, so we streamlined the deck. Let's take a look. Communication would be amazing right now, and I know we have that. Colossal. That might be a type of battle. Oh, but we got a communication. Great. I mean, I can go for a Drednaw, because then I have research for next turn. Yeah, I think we can go like that. I don't think he's gonna play anything that would annoy me, so this and just pass. So I'm gonna play Evolution Incense to get a Frosmoth, research, a lot of hope, which I think is a great strategy. Research and a lot of hope. That is like a motto that we should have on a t-shirt. Right? It's like, I'm playing research and I'm full of hope. It's like, I remember when the reset stamp came out first, there was like this meme that, the guy talks to a girl, at the party. He was like, and listen, I had the perfect hand, it was everything fine. And then he played a stamp. But I could have won, but he played the stamp. Like, if you would go like, reset stamp meme, I think you're gonna find it. It was like that. Super funny thing. Okay, I got a communication. But I'm gonna go for Frosmoth, research, and we'll see what's gonna happen. Because I think this Frosmoth is gonna be more important than playing the Drednaw right now. So, research. Okay. Honestly, great. So, buff padding, okay. I will go for the Drednaw. So that is at the Drednaw. Energy from hand. Stam is more annoying than N? Yes. I do agree with that statement. Alright. Ice Dance. Chaotic Swell. So the one thing I just kind of missed was Switch. So you see, like, besides Switch, the setup was great. Maybe not getting that Switch, that, yeah, you can say, like, maybe, the Rotom phone would help. But all in all, I feel like he's gonna go for a knockout right now. There's no reason not to go for that. And we know this is the upcoming, right, tier 1 deck, the Colossal. And again, Rotom Phone, I said that many times, this is the card that is going to be used a lot. Because you can just set up your either next turn or your attack, you can just do so much, and for so little. And that's an item. So even, turn 1, you can just set up the card, play a Marnie, play a Research, whatever, and you know what you're gonna draw. Welder, out of all the things, and you know what you're gonna draw out of Welder. So I think this is the card to look at, 100%. You know, Zacian can, you know, check those top 5 cards and be like, okay, what am I gonna have? Right, so yeah, that's a really, really interesting and nasty card to play against, if your opponent knows how to. Yeah, I do have, not in this deck though, we are not using that. Coalsaw, what is weak versus a lightning type. Or electric type, depending how you want to say it. So again, he's setting up energy on top of his deck. One more time. There might be a switch, so he's gonna attack with the Vmax. So he's gonna put energy from hand onto this Vmax, and he's gonna set it. He has the energy set up probably, and he's gonna attack that way. Or he had energy in his hand. Also a possibility, right? So you can say, oh, he has so many liabilities, right? He has the Crobat, he has the Drednaw. But in the long run, they don't matter. Against ADP, yeah, that might be rough, right? But okay, Eruption Shot. We knew that's what's gonna happen. So I do have a knockout here. Let's play Opal. Look at that. What cards do I really need right now? That's a question. I think I'm gonna need Boss. And I don't know. You see, that's a I can play that Drednaw though, and start charging him. Right? I do have energy in my hand. I can start doing that. Yeah, let's do that maybe. You know, and Gmax Headbutt. Gmax Headbutt, sorry. Great. Oh, yes. And you see, all of you were laughing that I'm playing Opal. You were laughing at me. But Opal won in a deck. No more. More? Yeah, you can laugh. For someone who's playing more than one, you can laugh, you can tell him, you know, like, come on, mate. Come on. But I feel like one Opal, even if it's only gonna be one heads, it can save your life. But if you're a super unlucky person, you're gonna put 2 tails, that's just a bummer. Right? So it can go both ways in terms of that. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. So you see, because we have the solid shell, I can just attack now. I do have a second Drednaw ready to go. Wouldn't Skyla be better? Skyla doesn't search for like a specific card. I don't remember the wording on Skyla, so... Wait, Skyla, Pokemon, TCG. What are you doing, Miss Skyla? Search your deck for a trainer. So it searches for a trainer. While Opal is searching for any card. So you can go for energy, you can go for a Pokemon as well. So that's why I think even one heads is better than that. Because, you know... But... if you are a super unlucky person, Skyla is gonna be better for you. 100% I agree with that. But look at that, we're facing a tier 1 deck. I just want to show you something. The way we've played it. Get good. Goodbye, good night. Opal won that game. And the strategizing, right? How's it going, Spooter? Hello. One opal. Because it can get me something. But now I'm running no stadiums. You know what? One chaotic swell. Maybe that's gonna do it. I don't know. Because I feel like I've never used Nessa. Right? Like Nessa was the card I've never used in it. Like if I haven't used the card in an hour, does it really have to be in this deck? Right? So I cut the cards that I just got rid that I have not used at all. So let's see what we can do. I'm going second. Oh Jesus. Against Mad Party. So I can get research turn 1. Quick ball for a snub. Okay, so that's gonna be evolution incense. Didn't you? I don't think so. Okay. So because I'm playing it like that, let's take a look. I will be doing this. Should I drop? Okay. Let's get rid of boss. And let's bench. I mean, I know I can bench something else. I know I could have benched the Crobat. But let's play it like that. That is a completely different deck. Yeah. The way it runs. I can still try to get a Crobat. I mean, I know I can get a Crobat. That's just a statement. That's a fact. So there are two things I can do right now. I can either pass, or I can just quick ball for, I don't know, like Opal, get a Crobat, and go for that. Yeah, that is expanded. But I think right now I can pass. I honestly think it's a great turn. That's gonna give me Frosmoth. I have this. I can try playing Opal. If I'm gonna miss Opal, that's energy here. And I can go quick ball on a gear and get a Crobat, because I have it in the deck. I think that's, yeah, I think that's amazing here. So let's see what my opponent's gonna do. Of course, reset stamp is just gonna, you know, destroy me. Yeah, sure. But already the deck feels better, you know? It just feels better. But like Nessa does make sense for like few decks, definitely. Actually, Nessa makes sense for what it was. Wasn't it a Steelix deck? Opal flip 2 coins and you can search for card. So I can search for any card I want. Good afternoon. So it's just a small tech card, but something that I really wanted to add. Okay, look at that. So we got Drednaw. I'm gonna go for a Frosmoth. So I can still play a quick ball if I'm gonna miss Opal for a Crobat. So let's, yeah, it's like it's kind of like that, but you have to flip coins for it, right? So it can be clunky. That's why I want to play it first. Yeah, but look at that. So right now I'm just searching for a switch. Heads, 2 heads, great. I'm still gonna go Actually, no, I'm gonna go for a bucket. And I'm gonna go for a switch. It's not gonna be my 2 cards that I'm gonna use. Right? So this means what I'm gonna do, that's a switch. That's Capacious Bucket. I still haven't played energy from my hand. So I can use Frosmoth again. Do this. And still play a Quick Ball for a Crobat. So there's Crobat. Right now I'm just searching for buff padding. Chaotic Swell, perfect. I can still play energy from my hand, so there goes the energy from hand. There goes buff padding. I can play Great Ball, but I don't need to. There's nothing to do. Gmax Headbutt, it's fine, you know. We got a knockout. That was a pretty darn good sequencing. And that is exactly what we need. That is a turn 2. Turn 2, 6 energy, like that. Small change, right? Small change, streamlining it, and it... So, I think, Richo, that's kind of what you were thinking about. Right? I'm gonna assume. So not only we have right now 370 HP, but also we're taking 30 less damage. And I still have a boss in my deck. Okay, Pokegear. Okay, nothing. Yeah, I have to be careful because that might be a knockout here. Yeah, I have to be really careful. That's 170, it's 340, 360, it's gonna be 10 damage off, I believe. I think it's 10 damage off. I think it's 10 damage. Oh, okay, we got boss, great. Might be still wrong though. But yeah, that's what we wanted, right? We wanted the consistency and we've hit it. Right, we've got it, so I think it's great for that. And even though he can get a knockout, you know, he still has to find the rest of the bumblebees. Which might be priced. Okay, yeah, there's a bumblebee. So that's gonna be a problem. So yes, I know there was a knockout coming. What was the damage? 210. Okay. So we're gonna go with Rod. Do both. Okay, wait, I have to count his damage, so... It's 20 for each, right? So that's 80... 160... 220... And he's gonna hit me back... I can't go boss... But I still have Malolana in my deck. And I'm still taking 30 less. First you're gonna have to have that Zigzagoon, and that is a different story, mate. Okay, there's one more. I kinda knew he might be down. He doesn't have energy. Scoop up net. Yeah, okay. Has 2 cards left at the same time. Okay, now we have to count. So that's 8, that's 10, that's 200 damage. $280. That's a knockout here. I can't have that. But I'm taking 30 less damage. You see, we're not taking that yet. That Melon Lana would be handy. So let's assume I'm having 350. So it's like I would have 300 HP. All he needs right now is 10, 1 Mon. But I think he doesn't have the energy, so I'm gonna try to go for a knockout. That's all I can do right now, and it's either gonna work or not. Right? I mean, there's nothing else I can do. So energies go here. That's if I would have to really like retreat. Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, there was no energy. There was no energy left. We're gonna open some packs. Well, and that is it. That is our Drednaw Vmax deck. The deck is probably, as of right now, it's already on YouTube, on Discord, so you can check it out. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoy what I'm doing, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos like that. It does help the channel. We're on the road to 1,900 subscribers, which is really cool, right? So thank you so much for that. And yeah, what a day, right? What a day. So have a fantastic rest of the day. Stay safe, wash your hands, subscribe.